Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off their christen this game. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Handoff from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Hey, man, if you're going to force on the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Smith dropping to pass. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the fullback.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the handoff. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. Hard running there. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On the move, it's Robinson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. And it's incomplete on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, taking advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to the batter. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go. Ready to go.
Looking for room. It's Cook. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Smith wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Armstrong. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun. Give on the inside. Gets it past the marker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Aggies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, we have a winner between Ohio State and Illinois. Who's taking home the Illibuck? Let's find out. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
A first down run in the red zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a...
Looking for the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Together a productive drive late in the half. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat.
Here we go, here we go. Tanner.
Smith dropping to pass. Fires one high and deep. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Sooners. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tatum. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Craver. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Got the 1st down and more. Found the seam on the left. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rolling right and going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They kick it away on 4th down. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Looking down the middle. Got him, and nobody's close. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bussey. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Craver. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. We've got a time to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Smith wants to throw. Back's got it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. 35. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going with the ground game left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Smith dropping to pass. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And the returner is stopped. Snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The give to the tailback. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
The toss to the outside. Oh, there's the ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
They'll start this drive at their own 48.
Here we go. Here we go.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready.
They'll try the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The play action fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got twilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the run, it's Cook. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the outside. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum now.
They'll leave it with him. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. The give to the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Using his legs, it's Tatum. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They believe they can run right here. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team they've got to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Rushes on him. He spins that thing down the middle. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Looking for a gap. It's Tatum. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the ground with the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to run for it. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.